How's it going, guys, and welcome to another round of our F1 2014 Career Mode livestream series, the series where we do the Career Mode live on YouTube with no assists, Legend AI, a load of mods, no flashbacks, anything can happen. It's the penultimate European race of the season. We are at the famous Monza circuit, a track that is just full of top speed, lack of corners, and it's going to be mayhem into turn 1. We've got 48% chance of rain, so it will most likely rain at the end of the race. So it's got me thinking to do either start on the primes or even start on the options. I do not know, but we're going to stick with the option tyres for this one as it's got 40% chance. So it may rain, it may not. We'll see how we go. Starting in P5 today, we had a bit of a bad qualifying. We kind of ruined the last lap. We went over the curve at turn 1. That cost us a lot of time. So the setup you're running is what I'm going to be using. I had the hunch of rain, so that's why I've gone with a sort of a wet setup, because it may start raining with maybe at half distance. So we'll see how that goes. But my aim is to try and get another podium in this race. So fingers crossed, as we're only a point behind Nico Rosberg in the standings. So we'll see how we do there. As always, guys, let's try and get this video to 100 likes. As always, we've hit 100 on every single round this season, which is incredible. And I've got a giveaway planned as well very soon, so I will be talking about that at the end of the, or in the description below at the end of the stream. On to the race then. We have Nico Rosberg on pole position, our championship rival and our rival to the end of the season as well, for the rival challenge for our second consecutive season. We're challenging Rosberg again. So here we go. The Italian Grand Prix. The lights are on. We are going to go racing now, and we try and get a decent start off the line. Going to try and defend from Daniel Ricciardo, and we actually get a decent start off the line actually. So Vettel's going to try and take the inside into turn 1. Alonso's had a bad start. And now the AI are going to be a bit slow here, so we're going to go down the middle, go free abreast into this very difficult chicane. And Rosberg's got the edge, but we're 3 wide coming down the straight. This is going to be very scary, this. Rosberg defends very harshly there, aggressively on Vettel. So we're going to try and go around the outside of Rosberg, do a Vettel-esque move, and we take the lead of the race. What a great start that is for us as we go a bit too deep into the corner. And we get away with it, so good start for us there as Lewis Hamilton's up to 3rd place already. So he's had a good start, but we've just gone a bit too deep into the corner. But we have got Nico Rosberg, our rival in the championship, all over the back of us. Something that I don't want. Rosberg's had a mistake, maybe, as he's fallen back a lot, as Hamilton is all over the back of him. We need Hamilton to get past Rosberg to really help us in the championship. We will take the lead if it... Oh, as we've gone a bit too wide there. Obviously, with this wet setup, it's going to be very difficult to hold off the Mercedes or anyone else, so we'll see how we go. 27 laps is a 2-stop strategy, but I can push it to a 1-stop if it stays reasonably dry till when it rains, so we're going to try and attempt that. It will be hard, but we'll see how we go. Need to be very careful on tyres, so I'm going to be in lean quite a bit, as Hamilton actually is up to 2nd, Ricciardo's 3rd, and Rosberg has dropped to 4th place, so I don't know what happened to him. If he had that at Ascari, I do not know. But that's very good for us in the championship hunt. Good for Hamilton, actually, because he can go in ground on his teammates on there. So we need to really get away now from the Mercedes pack and Ricciardo. So we've kind of done that. The top 3 have pulled away from Rosberg at this point. So we'll see how it goes. Again, we just go a bit too... take too much speed into the corner there. So I need to get that fixed. As we have DRS going to be, gone a bit wide again. Braked a bit too late for the corner there. Get that one absolutely perfect as we come onto this back straight where the DRS is activated. There's 2 DRS activation zones. One is down here and one is on the main straight. When you cross the finish line, that's where you get it. As we come into Ascari now, very tricky this corner on wheel users. As you can see, the AI are just too quick, and here comes Lewis Hamilton thinking of a move down the inside now. We've got to give him the room. Is he going to try and take the lead from us? Here comes Daniel Ricciardo as well. He's thinking of a move as well, but Lewis Hamilton breaks early, and Ricciardo's up to 2nd place actually. So, oh, he's gone round. That isn't. Look at that. That is a great move there from Ricciardo if he can stick it. I'm going to keep on looking back as the DRS is activated. They are now having a drag race down the straight. I've got to look forward in a minute because I want to see. I've got where the braking zone is. As Rosberg actually sets the fastest lap of the race, so Ricciardo did hold on. That is a fantastic move from Ricciardo. Great battling from the AI as well. So that's great to see. The AI on their own can squabble, so that has actually helped me pull away from the pack. As you can see, we've got a massive gap now to Ricciardo. As it's 1.3 seconds, so we will be outside, or just outside the DRS at this point. So it's been a very crazy start from the AI, so I'm very pleased actually with the AI's performance so far. Not really been that bad, so we're only 3 laps into the race as well, so drop it down to lean. So we're going to brake a bit earlier for this corner as we've gone purple in the middle sector, as we lose a bit of time from Ascari because the AI got traction OP through that corner. So we're going to drop it down to lean then for Parabonica. Straight onto the gas, put it back up to Rich to help us with the track. Now we're onto a straight. So that's my advice to any wheel users, is we've gone purple as well, I've just noticed. Out of slow corners, hairpins, or this one in particular, please use lean because you can save a lot of rear degradation on there. As for the first time, I think, in the series, we've gone purple overall for a long time. So I think the last time was Monaco was the last time we went purple. But oh dear, Massa's out the race. Brake failure. Well, Massa's got brake failure. I don't know if he's still on track or not, but 22 runners are still going, but we need to be very careful with our brakes. So that's not a good sign. Don't really need that. Oh, we've gone a bit wide. As Ricciardo takes the lead of the race, they didn't want to do that, as Hamilton's just gone straight into the back of us there. Oh dear. But we get the DRS, so we may have got some diffuser damage. But we've got the DRS, so that's always a good sign. But that one mistake there, we kind of broke a bit too late, so as a Ascari again, we kind of flop it there, so a bit annoyed with that. But Hamilton's got some front right end plate damage there. You can see cut clearly on there, so we need to really get back up to Ricciardo. We have the pace, we have the race pace on our own without the aid of DRS, so we need to get back up there. We will have a bit of a disadvantage down the long straights as Rosberg will have the DRS, and we've got a bit more downforce on us, as you can clearly see there, so we need to be very careful now. So we need to be very cautious through that double right-hander in the middle sector. That's where we lose the time and we make the mistake, as we saw there. But luckily we kept out the wall, so that's always a benefit, but we've lost the lead of the race. But most importantly, we're still ahead of Rosberg, so that's always a good sign. So we brake very, very late there. So Rosberg, I think, has got damage as well, it seems, from earlier on. That's probably why he's dropped down the order. So he's 1.4 behind, and Ricciardo is 1.2, so Massa is out the race, is 21. We have got the AI mistakes mod as well, so the AI on some laps may go wide and lose pace. Oh, we've caught Ascari, so we've got to lift off a bit, try and get that gap back to 1.7. We went purple as well, as someone's in the pit lane, so he's probably got to drive through. So probably our first mistake of the race, and rain's coming in 15 minutes, so the one-stop strategy will be applied. So I'm going to try and extend this stint as long as possible, if I can. So here comes Hamilton again down the straight. He's got a very quick car. Here he comes. So we're going to stay to the racing line, as Hamilton sets the fastest lap now, a 28 flat from the British man. I don't know what, that's probably the worst thing I've said all night already. Anyway, we're still, Rosberg's fallen backwards, it seems, so that's kind of good for us. Still seems to be struggling through the chicane sections, so something we need to work on. But me, Hamilton, Rosberg and Ricciardo have pulled away from the rest of the pack, which is quite a surprise. So, just gone a bit too wide there, but we just get away with it. But Lewis will have the DRS again, and our tyres look okay at the minute. So we'll see how we go, as here comes Lewis Hamilton again with the DRS, but can't get the move done. So we're going to go through this section now. Can we get it right? We do indeed through Ascari, but 3 seconds is the gap now between us and Daniel Ricciardo, as we're going to see some signs of tyre wear now emerging from us, so it will be intriguing. The quicker strategy is actually a 2-stop, but I feel with the rain coming, a 1-stop would be ideal, so going to try and extend this stint, put the primes on as well, and then get on our way. So we're 3.5 seconds behind Ricciardo now, but most importantly we're about 2.8 ahead of Rosberg, and I think I broke too early again for turn 1, so I need to sort this out. Back up to Rich again, so we're on optimal fuel as well, so that's a bit of a surprise to see. So we're going to get ready now to brake towards the start of the middle sector. Brake a bit earlier this time. We've gained a bit of time on Ricciardo. Obviously Ricciardo's in the Red Bull, hasn't got that much top speed due to the Renault engine, so may have some pace. But the middle sector, they are quite strong, and obviously Ascari with the OP of the OP traction, it can gain a bit on us through that sector as well. So we've got to really push now in these sectors, try and get the gap down to a bit. So you can see there, Ricciardo's gained all his time back, and Hamilton's now over the back of us again. We're going to hold the inside this time. Hamilton can try and go around the outside. Here he comes. Will he take second place from us? You can just see him there, but Hamilton backs out of it. Oh, we've locked up a bit. We've gone wide out of the corner, and Hamilton takes second place. Very smart move there from Lewis. But we're struggling now on these tyres, and I think the tyre wear mod, which is in the description is in the description below, is playing a massive effect now on our tyres. So we need to try and keep up with Hamilton. So we're a bit disappointed really at the minute with the pace, with the tyres going off, so I may pit this lap. But we've still got a long way to go in this race. We have got rain coming as well, which will throw a spanner in the works. Later on. So I may actually put the front brake bias to the front just to help us with braking a bit more. That seems a bit better for Ascari that time with the braking, so I believe Ricciardo and possibly one of the Mercedes will pit this time by. Ricciardo's already lapping someone already, so that's a bit of a surprise to see. As Lewis will pit. Will Ricciardo be in as well? No, he's not. Ricciardo's staying out. Rain's coming in 10 minutes. So the question is, what tyres will these guys go on? Is the question. Will they go on to options, or will they go on to the primes? I could go on to the options again, that is another possibility. But at the minute, with it being clear at the minute, I don't see the rain going to be that intense. As Ricciardo's got 6-second lead over us, which is very surprising. Shame we didn't get the DRS on this Caterham, which I think it's Marcus Ericsson. But we'll get some draft off him though. Hopefully he doesn't hold us up for Ascari, and he will let us through. It's Marcus Ericsson, so thank you, Marcus. Getting a bit of time on Daniel this time. We get Parabonica just perfect there, nearly perfect. Just took a bit of curb as Ricciardo is in the pit lane, so we will take the lead of the race back from Ricciardo. As I think Ricciardo is on the prime tyres, so that's a bit of a surprise. And Rosberg as well is onto the primes as well, so bit of a surprise. We're going to stay out though. As we will pit the next lap, next time by. So we need to come up to half distance as well in this Italian Grand Prix. Got a bit too wide out of there, but we get away with it. 17.2 seconds is the gap. Could be enough actually to... I wonder if Ricciardo's had a problem or something, because I swear 16, 17 seconds is enough to gain ground. So I'm going to pit this lap, take the opportunity as it is, and see if we can jump Ricciardo in the pit stop strategy. We've got a clean track ahead of us and behind. Staying out another lap. 17.2, so it is time to pit. We're losing 4 tenths a lap. Hopefully we can try and jump Ricciardo now. As we'll jump onto the primes. It is starting to get a bit cloudy now, so the rain is coming. But will we jump Ricciardo? I don't think we will. As this is going to be close actually between us and Ricciardo. There's Ricciardo going across the line now. Where's Hamilton? So where is Hamilton? There he is. We've actually gained loads of time on Lewis, so that's good for us. But what's the gap between us and Ricciardo is the question. I think we've gained some time on him, but we've got some fresh primes now, so we can really push now. Fingers crossed, hopefully. But I'm going to get the intermediates ready for when we pit for inters, because I'm planning to stay out as long as possible till the rain gets bad for intermediates. So yeah, we gained nearly 2 seconds on Ricciardo from that staying out an extra lap, so he must have been held in traffic or fighting with people for position. So it's gone a bit wide again. It's getting very cloudy for Ascari now, so it is coming very slowly. The clouds are gathering. It's going to be overcast soon. 4 seconds is the gap. As Lewis is gaining a bit now. Next 4 laps. Eighth gear hype. We're into 8th gear. Seems Ricciardo's... Rain in 5 minutes. That's interesting. It's still cloudy, but sunny as well, blue skies. So it's got to get really bad before the rain starts to fall. But Ricciardo's getting held up a treat now by the caterer of, I think that's Kobayashi, so... Or it could be, actually it's Marcus Ericsson probably, because we did, to be fair, lap him at one point. We just go a bit wide out there. But this is the closest we've been to Ricciardo since we made that mistake. So whoever that caterer is, thank you very much. He's brought us back in the hunt, as it is getting very cloudy now on this part of the track. 1.3 is the gap now, so... Yep, the clouds are gathering even more now in Ascari. So it's most likely it's going to rain in this sector before we get there. And it is Marcus Ericsson, so thank you, Marcus, for holding up with Daniel. Even though I would love Daniel to win a race, but We've got a championship to gain on. Uh, 28.6, so that's quite a decent pace. We're ahead of Hamilton now by 1.1 seconds. We're just preparing ourselves to drop it into, well, we're into lean. Let's brake very late into turn 1 this time. Just want to see if that actually will help us gain some time on Daniel there. We have got draft, it seems, and the ERS is probably being used. Obviously the game uses it automatically, the ERS. And it is, because we're purple in the first sector. We're only 3 tenths behind. We get a bit of dirty air there from that Red Bull, which will hinder our turning speed and our grip through the corners, as that has just proven the point. But for the first time in a while, we will get the DRS on Daniel Ricciardo. Will we get the move done though before Ascari? I don't think we will. Can we get it done? No. Oh, Ricciardo brakes early. I don't know what's happened to Ricciardo. He's had a mistake. We've caused a collision, so we have to just lift off a bit there. But that is very weird from Ricciardo. That was, so we're going to let him through. Is he going to go through? We'll let Ricciardo through. We've lost position to Hamilton as well. Oh my God, what happened? Ricciardo's got a problem because he's braking that early for the corner, but we did let Ricciardo back through from making contact with him. I don't know if Ricciardo's got like a problem with his brakes or something, because we've got the DRS now, as we've got a three wide now down the straight, and Lewis Hamilton will take the lead of the race, will he? He's going to try. Oh, he's done it around the outside. What a move there from Lewis. But we sort of get some good exit out of that corner with the traction. We're going to be side by side with Lewis now. Round to this long left-hander. He's trying to put us wide onto the gravel, it seems. We've gone on a bit, but we get it done. Back we take the lead. What a great move that was from us to gain the position, but we've gone a bit too deep into the corner there. And we're joined now by Nico Rosberg. Lovely. Four-way scrap now for the lead. We've gone wide again, but when's the rain coming is the question. Will be a wet race, it seems. Speaking of which, is the rain. As I said, last sector, but Hamilton's going to get the DR. No, he won't. Gone a bit wide again. Hamilton's gone. Don't know where Hamilton's gone. But Ricciardo's now up to second place. So we'll have to get, that's the problem with the AI mistakes mod. They can brake a lot early for some reason, so I need to figure out why it's doing that. But we are going to be on the intermediates for the last stint of this race, so I don't know when that's going to be. Just be careful now through this turn 1. Hamilton's down to 4th actually, I've just spotted there on the map, so very interesting. But this is now a 4-way horse scrap for the win at Monza. Second race in a row, we've got 4 people in with battling with 4 drivers. All, yep, we know it's like rain, but we're not going to pit yet. Question is, will it get intensified? Will it get really heavy? And people on options, they will have to pit in a minute. So we have to go back up to Rich again. We need to fend off from Daniel Ricciardo now, it seems. So here we go again, lap number 16. We've got 12 to go. And it's not intensifying the rain, so we could stay out a bit. There was a bit of contact with some front end plates. maybe gone a bit too aggressive there, so we will lose time. Rosberg's up to second place now, so our rival in the championship is right behind us again, which I didn't want, so it's going to be quite difficult now to fend off the German. But we need to be very careful. Oh, gone a bit wide again. We're starting to lose a bit of grip. Not that much, but this part of the track has had the worst of the weather, so need to be extra vigilant through this sector, as it is getting a bit heavier, the rain, but nothing too serious. It's gone a bit wide again. I have to get back on the rich fuel mix because here comes Rosberg again. The poor defensive line. So who is pitting this lap, or will they pit? The Superstar staying out. Ricardo's gone nowhere. Don't know where to be seen. The pull to our defensive line. So we need to be very vigilant. This rain getting very slowly heavy. But with this, Hamilton is gaining on his teammate. Oh, just got a bit too deep. Took a bit too much speed there. Here comes Nico Rosberg again. So Ricardo's out of the running, which is a bit of a shame, but we've got the two Mercedes squabbling, and then there's me. Gone a bit too deep again. We get away with it there. It's back onto the back straight. Here comes Rosberg again. He's trying to go on the outside again. As we have got a Marussia, as we go very wide there. Very wide, as I think Lewis Hamilton's in the pit lane. Rosberg's checked up for some reason, going to the back of us. He could have just pulled to the right and went past us down the inside. It's a bit of a strange one, that. So Hamilton's going to be the big loser. But you never know, this rain may not get intensified enough for Inters, so we'll need to see. It's definitely not Inters yet. Don't see any standing water anywhere, or the racing line not emerging, so tyres seem to be in temperature, so that's always a good sign. Coming to nearly 10 to go now. Well, we're 10 to go actually into this race. Here comes Rosberg again. That's a no. I know it's raining. It's been raining for like a lot of laps. It is starting to get heavy now, but we're going to stay out. I think, if I'm correct, Rosberg will be he does pit from second place, so bit of a mistake from the AI here. A very bad mistake, but I'm not the weatherman. Oh God, we went over that, went onto the went on the grass and locked up there, so we had to take the escape, well, go on the escape part of the chicane. So a bit of a mistake there again from us. But Rosberg and Hamilton still in position. Starting to see some spray now coming off the tyres, but still fine. Still up to temperature. As someone is on the intermediates, it seems. I don't know who that is, but don't think it's intermediate weather yet. I don't want to pit yet too early. Okay, the car in front hasn't got inters on because the back of the car's not flashing, so might just be something. Starting to get to that stage. Not yet though. We've got 8 laps to go. .23.5 seconds now is the gap. It's slowly getting there now. Inter's territory. Remember guys, this is live on YouTube if you're watching this live for the Italian Grand Prix career mode race. Make sure to hit that like button. Oh, okay, it is starting to become wet weather territory now. Very slowly becoming wet weather territory. Inter's territory now. But not yet. It's getting close to wet weather territory. It's time to lose some time, losing some grip now in these tyres. I don't know when to pit though, that's the question. I don't know when to go in. Because I made the same bad mistake last time I was here. As someone's in the pit lane, so I'm going to probably guess I'm going to pit now actually. Sutil's in the pits as well, so yep, I think we're making the right decision pitting now. So I wonder if Hamilton and co... oh crap, inters, there we go. I thought I forgot to put the intermediates on. So in we go, get some intermediates on, playing the safe option here. The Marussia mechanics have got inters on, the Caterham mechanics are out. And I think everyone's in the pit lane, so I've called this absolutely bang on perfect. So we keep the lead of the race as everyone's pitted for the wet tyres. This is ours to win, to lose now, I feel. But it now depends on how bad the weather gets. Will the rain intensify? Will it be fine? We don't know. But we played a nice smart strategy with our staying out on the prime stint. As we're going to go on the outside of John-Eric Verne. 22 seconds is the gap. We've only lost a second really to Lewis. Scar is very difficult in the wet, so we need to be very careful. Coming to 6 laps remaining in this race. Hamilton's gained a bit more on us. So we need to get those wet tyres up to temperature. Obviously we have gone for a mixed setup with dry and wet, so we may struggle a bit, but we may not in some sectors. Still 21 seconds, so we have matched Hamilton in the last sector. It's got a bit of a twitch there on the wheel. And again, just gone a bit too wide, but we seem fine. .5, we've gained half a second on Hamilton on this lap so far. It's gone a bit too early on the power through Ascari. Just going a bit too wide out of Parbonica there, but we get away with it. Just missing the grass there, which is now in real life an AstroTurf pit. So apparently we're supposed to pit this lap, but that's not happening. Just gone a bit too deep, very wide there. Just being reasonably careful with the engine maps. Well, I've got +1, but this track is demanding on fuel, so I need to be very vigilant. Need to keep an eye out for standing water as well, because if it gets intensifying the weather, we may have to pit for wets in case of not crashing out of the race. So. There are 4.5 laps remaining in this race. Here we go. .2, so we're matching Hamilton. Doing pretty well though at the minute. Got a back marker in front of us, but nothing too serious. We're matching Hamilton again in that middle sector, so we have got literally a pit stop lead over Lewis. So we did do another pit stop. We may just be ahead of him if we made a pit stop, and again we lock up big time through. We may have to drop the brake bias down just down to neutral this time, just to be safe, because we have got that brake issue with Massa's retirement, with the engineer reporting that we need to be a bit careful on with our brakes. So we need to be very careful. We don't want to have a double retirement for the Williams team. As Hamilton is nowhere to be seen on the map. I've just spotted that. Don't know what's happened to Hamilton, but Rosberg's up to 2nd place. So I wonder what's happened to Lewis. Must have made a mistake. And I'm not pitting. My engineer is telling me to pit, but there's no point. Tyres are okay. As we've got Pastor Crashinado ahead of us now, as he will let us through. The Venezuelan will let us up 14th place. We've actually got up to 3 laps to go then. Oh, gone wide again. So I wonder what's happened to Lewis Hamilton. That's my question, I wonder. Did he just pit? Was scheduled to pit anyway, or? That's a weird one, that. Or he just went off the track. No, we don't get that. So, 2.5 laps remaining now of this Italian Grand Prix. It's been a very interesting... Oh, Hamilton's up to 2nd place. That's a bit of a weird glitch there, I saw. They must be all together or something. or it's Illuminati confirmed. A lot of people in the pit lane I've spotted as well, so interesting. 42 seconds. I wonder what's happened. 42. That's weird. That is 48 seconds. That's very weird. I think I don't know if they pitted again. I'm lapping a shed load of people. This is a weird glitch going on here or something. Why are they pitting again? Very weird. Oh well, 2 to go. Anyway. .41.5 seconds. Wow. This is probably the most dominant, this is the biggest win of the season as well, in terms of the career mode series for any winner. 41 seconds is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous this is. 41.5, so coming to Parabonica for the penultimate time. Luckily for us though in the championship, Rosberg second is third actually, so we're going to gain quite a few points on Rosberg as we head to the twilight, oh well not twilight, but the nights under the lights of Singapore next race that I'm not looking forward to because Singapore is not one of my favourite tracks to drive on the game, so I'm going to try and do something and try and win that race, but we did have a safety car there, so our only safety car of the season, I must say. So we've only got 2 more sectors to go now. Might as well play it safe, just keep it just calm. Come now towards Ascari for the final time now. Get that absolutely clean now. So we've only got 1 corner now to bottle it. 40 seconds, so Hamilton is quicker than us on this wet stint. But we're going to come out now through Parabonica for the final time now in this race. We had a bit of an epic battle at the start of the race, but with the weather, we've played a smart strategy and we will win the Italian Grand Prix, our second win of the season. I can't remember if it's our second win of the season or not, but we have won the Italian Grand Prix. Absolutely amazed to win that one. Bit shocked, really, that the AI would have pitted with like a few laps to go. So the one-stop strategy, well, technically my one less stop has paid off, as we won by 46 seconds, the biggest gap of the season so far, but we did 1 less stop, we did 2 less stops than the AI, so it would have been extremely close if we all pitted at the same, if we did the same number of pit stops. But we do beat Lewis Hamilton to the line, who was 5 seconds ahead of his teammate Rosberg, which will help Lewis out in the standings, so that'll be interesting to see. Fernando Alonso is 4th, with Ricciardo 5th, Vettel 6th, Raikkonen 7th, Hulkenberg 8th, Button 9th, and Kevin Magnussen completing the top 10. With the sole retirement of Felipe Massa, with Grosjean and Ericsson being 2 laps down, and we lapped all the way up to 12th place as well. So lots and lots of surprises there in that race, so that was intriguing to see. But what does that mean for the Drivers' Championship? We are now leading by 9 points from Nico Rosberg, and Lewis Hamilton's gained even more points on his teammate. He's now only 46 points behind, with Daniel Ricciardo ahead of Sebastian Vettel for 4th, with Alonso being Raikkonen again, for 6th, with our teammate Massa still in 8th place with his retirement. Magnussen is up to 9th with Nico Hulkenberg completing the top 10. For the constructors, we've jumped Red Bull now, as we have got more wins over them. We're equal on 290 points, but Mercedes are 120 points ahead of us, so it will be very difficult to try and catch up to Mercedes, but we'll give it everything we've got and see if we can get that championship, the Constructors' Championship, but it will be a very difficult task ahead for us as we head to the floodlights of Singapore. It's going to be a very difficult race, that one, but we'll see how we go around there. But as always, guys, thanks for watching this episode of the F1 2014 Career Mode livestream series. Next round is Singapore, and let's hit the target today, guys, of 100 likes as always for this round. It will be out hopefully either Friday or Saturday evening. Will be the next will be the next time when I stream. So we'll see how we go there. But thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, everyone aboard, have a great evening, afternoon, or morning, wherever you are. And I shall see you for Singapore. Until then, take care. See you there.